Christ.
Yeah.
Is it rising or is it going down?
What do you mean?
And are there more people accepting it or more people turning away from Christianity?
No, most people are turning away from everything.
I see most people turning away from Christianity.
Well, that's because it's the oldest. Well, it was the biggest one, so that's what you'd expect, isn't it?
The biggest.
Yeah. Well.
Most of the people that actually are Christians don't even follow the religion.
Yeah, it was the same with everything. Same with Ahmadiyya, same with Islam.
Most, I'm talking about most.
Yeah, I know, I'm saying the same thing.
If you talk most numbers, you see that Christian people do not even follow their own teaching. Like, let me give you one. In Christ, it says, if someone slaps you with one cheek, you have to face the other cheek. No one does it.
Yeah.
No one does it. That's the teaching.
That's not true, there's people that do it.
I've never seen it.
Alright, have you ever seen the video on that they keep showing where ISIS are beheading those Christians?
Beheading Christians or just people?
Well, they're beheading people who disagree with them, and the main people who disagree are the Christians.
I don't think it's all the Christians.
But anyway, when you see those people being beheaded, you don't see them fighting.
But you're talking about a situation,
yeah,
which is less than 1% of what is going on the world.
Yeah, but you
probably
said
less than 0.1%.
But you said none.
There's only one occasion you can only probably think that there's someone that's actually probably cut off someone's head. Only one person, maybe. But you know how many people are being raped in Christian churches? I've checked on the internet on one of the newspapers. Apparently, around 256,000 children have been raped since the 1980s. Since then, over 200,000 children have been raped in Christian churches. Do you know that?
Okay, but where did you get that number from?
Got it from the website, on a daily newspaper, one of the newspapers. Actually, the newspaper as well. This newspaper. So it says here, from Australian country town to schools in Ireland and cities across the US, and the Catholic Church has faced an avalanche of children sexual abuse accusations in the last few decades.
Right.
So it says here, in the most recent development, a damning inquiry found that some 216,000 children in France had been sexually abused by members of clergy since 1950, and that's only in France.
Right. So, okay, so you've got those things happening.
Yeah, in Christianity.
So, right. So, would you say, according to common sense, that those people doing that are real Christians?
They are priests.
No, but are they real Christians?
I don't know.
Yeah, so...
They shouldn't be, because obviously they're going against what God teaches. But the thing is, they are mostly the people that are actually in charge of churches. It's not even like people that are external from the churches. It's literally the ones that are literally in the churches and preaching in the churches. That's the worst thing. If it was not people that were literally like priests and stuff, then it would make them. Then obviously you could say like it's not that deep. But because it's someone who's in the church, who's claiming to be a priest, and he's dressed up like a priest and so on.
Right.
And he's taking services, and he's baptizing people and children.
Yeah.
Then obviously it's a big problem, because he's in a high status in the church.
Alright, but it sounds like you're talking about the Catholics. Because you said priest, because the Protestant churches, they don't have priests.
It says Catholic churches has faced, Catholic churches, yes.
Yeah. So if you can you find such what you're describing in one of the Protestant churches?
Are you a Protestant?
No. The term is it's just a term used that you either have Catholics or anyone who's a non-Catholic is termed as a Protestant by Catholics in England.
Protestant, yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, the term Protestant is generic though, so you'd have to find a specific. Your best bet would be try Church of England, because they're the biggest.
So what's the difference between Protestant and a Catholic?
Oh, they don't. The things that the Catholics believe, like about Mary, and there's a whole lot of other things that they believe in. The Protestants don't believe in.
Like what?
Oh,
so
like
Mary?
no, like praying to Mary. When you take the sacrament, it's the actual blood of Jesus, and people can go to purgatory, and people can pay money to get them out of purgatory, and there's a whole heap of other things that they believe.
So they pray to Mary, did you say?
Yeah.
So you don't pray to Mary, you pray to Jesus?
No, they pray to God.
You pray to God, and they pray to Mary?
Yeah.
The Catholics?
Yeah. Actually, there's a Catholic.
So the Trinity. So why did they say the Trinity is the Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus?
That's what the Trinitarians say.
Or is it not the Holy Spirit, Mary, and Jesus?
Well, that's what the Quran says.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's different from what the actual Christians say.
Yeah, but there are Christians that actually do believe that Mary is a god.
Yeah, but you see, they
just said it yourself as well, just now.
Yeah, but that's the Catholics. And I don't know the Eastern Orthodox. I'm not sure what their stance is on Mary, but I know definitely it's the Catholics are the main ones.
So they do take. And the funny thing is, what's the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit?
Well, they what they say.
No, according to you, do you believe in the Trinity?
No.
You don't believe in the Trinity? Okay, let me give you another verse that I just came up across in the Bible.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 22:20-21. Have you read that one?
Well, obviously I must have read it.
Have you come across it?
Was that Deuteronomy what?
22.
Yeah.
20-21. They shall cast her out of the doors of her father's house, and the men of the city shall stone her to death, and she shall die, because she hath done a wicked thing in Israel.
Yeah.
To play the whore in her father's house.
Right.
I want to understand this.
Huh?
I want to understand this. What is that? What's going on here?
Oh, it's simple. Do you think that when God sends these rules down, that He sends them as a joke, or is this a serious thing?
It's serious with the freedom of will.
Huh?
It's serious, but with freedom of will.
Freedom of what?
Will. So you have the right to choose your. You have the freedom, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but freedom to do what?
To do what you like. The right to do what you like.
Okay, so you believe that. So you believe that God shouldn't be able to restrict people.
Now, of course, God does restrict people, but obviously, God also has given free choice.
All right, but do you, as far as you're concerned, I mean, I don't know why I believe it, but do you think that God has a good reason to restrict people?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so then what's the problem here?
Because they're saying, if a woman is found to commit or lose her virginity to someone else, she should be stoned to death. She should be taken out of father's house, and she should be dragged around the streets, and she should be stoned to death.
It doesn't say dragged around
or whatever.
She
should be stoned to death.
Yeah, and so as far as you've read, what is the reasoning for that?
For her losing her virginity, or committing adultery.
Okay, so you're saying that it should be all right for her to do that?
It's not right, but you haven't got the right to go kill her because of it.
Okay, but this is something that God orders. It's not people. It's not man that ordered it.
That's what I think. I don't think God has ordered that.
Hmm?
I don't think God has ordered that.
All right,
That's where the mistake is. That's where the problem is.
All right, so with you, what would you do instead then?
If she committed adultery,
Yeah.
then obviously the man and the woman should split, and the woman should go her way, and the man should go her way, his way.
All right, okay. So according to your rules,
but she should not be stoned.
Yeah, that's
to
fine.
death.
All right, so let's see then. So according to your rules, how serious should marriage be?
It should be serious, obviously. Of course, it should be serious.
Yeah, but to what degree?
To the degree that both of them should be loyal and faithful together.
All right. So should there be any penalties related to marriage?
Yeah, there should be. Yeah, of course.
Like what?
Like if the man and the woman cannot live together, and there are certain things that are causing that problem, then obviously they should get divorced or they should separate.
Oh, but this.
But it shouldn't be that just because a woman has committed a sin or she has done something wrong, that she should be stoned to death.
Right.
That is complete extremism, and that's complete destroying women's. That's murder, basically.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying is that this is your judgment according to man. So
do you know? Do you think it's right to go stone her? Do you think it's right to stone her or kill her, punish her and destroy her and kill her? Do you think that's right?
Well, because God's given the ruling, and there's a reason for it.
So do you think it's right to do that?
Well, because what he says here, the reasoning is that because she hath wrought folly in Israel. So what do you think that means?
What, sorry?
You just read the verse.
Yeah, I read the verse.
Yeah, at the end of it, it explains the reason. It says, because she hath wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house, so shalt thou put evil away from among you. So God's calling it evil. So you say you disagree with God?
Everyone knows that's evil, but what I'm trying to say is God has not given the right to go and kill a woman because she has made a mistake. You know? God does not say go and stone a woman because of her free will she has made a mistake.
Mistake?
She made a mistake.
What was this mistake?
Adultery. Or losing her virginity.
How's that a mistake?
Or whatever it is,
yeah.
Still, a man does not have a right to go and stone her.
No,
this make a distinction? What I think is different.
No, but this is God who ordered.
Yeah.
I don't think God has ordered. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I think this is completely false.
All right. So you think that God, do you think God does or does not have the right to keep the place clean?
Of course he does, but he's creation.
All right, so
he
then
knows his creation.
Right, so how would he clean how can he? What are the ways in which he can clean the place up?
Laws.
Yeah, and then
laws.
And those laws, when they're broken, how should they be enforced?
It depends on how he wills it. So if someone commits murder, then obviously they'll be put in prison for life.
Right.
If someone commits adultery, does not mean that they should be stoned to death. You know?
Oh, right. Okay. So
because the Quran says if you kill one person, it's like killing the whole humanity. So
right.
You're killing a woman just because she committed adultery. You're stoning her to a death. That's really, really bad. That's really, really extremism. That's dark.
Right. So what you're saying is she should stay alive and should
be separated from the husband because they can't get along. Yes.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying then is that what she did is not a crime.
It is a crime.
But there's no punishment.
There is a punishment, but it shouldn't be that her life should be taken.
All right, so what
I don't agree with.
So what should the punishment be?
As I told you, they should separate, and she should go her own way, and the man should go his own way.
Yeah, but that's not a punishment.
That's the best punishment that is for that situation.
All right, so
if in Christianity the punishment for that is to kill the woman, then I'm sorry, that's just.
Yeah, but if you actually think about it, you'll understand why God's saying this. Because if that woman does that, and then
we're going in circles.
No, I'm explaining. If the woman does that, and she isn't punished, and is just separates from the man, what's going to discourage another woman from doing that?
But that's why God has given free will.
No,
This is why God is all merciful, all forgiving.
Right, okay.
This is why God, when someone does a mistake, it's up to him. You leave it to him.
Mistake?
Yes.
So you call this a mistake?
This is why we as humans we do not have any right to go and kill a woman. Okay, what about if the man committed adultery, then what? What if the man committed adultery, then what?
No, he gets stoned as well.
He gets stoned as well?
Yeah. That's the rule.
Wait, it doesn't say that on the one.
Not in this one, because you didn't read the other verses. If you read the whole thing, you'd see that.
That's dark, man. That's very dark and very evil.
No, so what you're saying is that you, as
what I'm saying is what you're saying, what the Bible is saying is very dark and very evil.
Yeah, because the way it is with you is that you're okay with having things in a mess. That's the problem. So what you do is you let them go free, and then they can go and commit adultery. And this is the reason why God said at the end, put away evil. There's a reason why he said that. Because what he wants is not to have the place as a mess where people are just committing adultery all over the place. He's showing here that he's going to clean it up. But it sounds to me what you're saying is you'd allow it to just stay as a mess.
So you're telling me now that the world is not a mess regarding people committing adultery?
Yeah, of course it is, because this isn't being enforced.
There you go, it's still a mess.
Yeah, because this isn't being enforced. That's my point.
That will never be enforced.
Yeah, which is why we have the mess here. See, this is the problem. You're trying to diss the Bible, saying that God is evil, blah, blah, blah. But your way of doing things would end up like how it is now. That's the problem.
But if we had to be your way...
No, God's way. I didn't write this. I didn't write this.
But it's not God's way, that's the problem. If we had it your way, then we're taking away women's rights. We're not giving liberal rights to women.
So what about the men's rights?
Second, even men's as well. You're not giving rights.
Okay.
Second, we're killing people because of their mistakes.
You keep saying it's a mistake.
Okay. Or for committing adultery.
Right.
Because a woman commits adultery, we do not have right to go and kill her.
Okay, so
I think that's very evil and very dark.
So I just want to clarify something. So you obviously don't follow the Sunni rulings. So Ahmadiyyas are completely separate when it comes to their law?
We follow the true Islam and what Islam says.
All right.
From the Holy Quran and from the Sunnah and from the saying of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
But when you say Sunnah, where do you get that information from?
So the books, the authentic books, and the hadiths, that's where we get the books from.
All right, so you got a name for one of the authentic books?
Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim.
Oh, but you do know in Sahih Muslim that, do you know what the punishment for adultery is?
What is it?
You don't know?
What is it?
Okay, I thought you knew. That's amazing. I thought you'd researched all this before you came and mentioned it. Let's find out.
I've told you how it should be.
Yeah, but I thought you did.
I told you they should be separated. The man should go his way, the woman should go her way. And also, that's it, simple as.
Alright, so let me...
But anyway,
right.
You saying that you should be stoning women because they committed adultery is very extreme.
Yeah, because you...
It's very extreme. It's very, very, very extreme. Go and stone that woman because she committed adultery. You know, kill that woman. That's what Christianity teaches. Another person it says, if a man has espoused a damsel that is a virgin and someone finds her in the city and lie with her, they shall bring them both out of the gates of that city and they shall be stoned. The damsel, because she cried not being in the city, the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife, and they shall take away the evil from the midst of thee.
Right. So what you're doing is you're saying that...
Kill that woman, kill her, stone her.
Right, but...
Stole that woman.
The fact that he called it evil, you disagree with that?
What?
You disagree with the term that what they did was evil?
No, listen what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in the Bible, it's clearly saying go and stone that woman because she has committed adultery.
Yeah, but is that's what I'm asking you though.
So because someone has committed adultery, you have the right to kill her. You have a right to go kill someone because they committed adultery.
Yeah, but what we have to find out is
kill that woman. She's committed adultery.
Yeah,
stone her to death.
But what we have to find out is why.
Can I ask you another question? You know when Jesus was on the cross?
Yeah.
Do you believe that when he was poked, the people that were around him, one of them had a sword or some stick or something, and it poked him, and when he poked him, blood came out?
Okay.
Do you know about that?
Yeah.
What else came out?
No, it says water.
Yeah. So do you believe blood and water came out? Is that possible?
Yeah, if you punch your stomach and you've been drinking, then water comes out. I can't see what the problem is.
So water will come out. If I stab you right now, water will come out.
Yeah, if you drank something, then it stabs you in your stomach, then the water comes out.
It doesn't make sense. How can someone, when they're getting poked through the skin, water being leaked out? The only thing that's going to be leaked out is blood. I've never ever seen anything, any human being when they've been poked or they've been stabbed, any water coming out from them. The only thing that actually does come out is blood. Still another thing that don't make sense.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, all right. So this is I was going to. So this is Sahih al-Bukhari, number 6825. It says, a man from among the people came to Allah's messenger while Allah's messenger was sitting in the mosque and addressed him saying, "O Allah's messenger, I have committed an illegal sexual intercourse." The Prophet turned his face away from him. The man came to that side to which the Prophet had turned his face and said, "O Allah's messenger, I have committed an illegal intercourse." The Prophet turned his face to the other side and the man came to that side, and when he confessed 4 times, the Prophet called him and said, "Are you mad?" He said, "No, O Allah's messenger." The Prophet said, "Are you married?" He said, "Yes, O Allah's messenger." The Prophet said to the people, "Take him away and stone him to death." Ibn Shihab added, "I was told by one who heard Jabir that Jabir said, I was among those who stoned the man, and we stoned him at the Musalla, which is the Eid praying place. And when the stones troubled him, he jumped quickly and ran away, but we overtook him at Al-Hara and stoned him to death."
Is that what? Well, can I see it? Can I see it?
Yeah. Let me just. 682.
What is this? Sahih Bukhari?
Yeah.
Sahih Bukhari, what was?
No, it's 6825.
6825. 25.
Yeah, here we go. If you want, I thought you knew it was the same for Islam. I mean,
Well, I don't know about this, but
okay.
To be honest with you, it is a saying, and it is from a authentic book.
Yeah.
So you have to study a bit more to understand it, because it's not in the Quran. We cannot 100% agree with it, because everything in the Quran comes first. Now, if we see in the Quran, it teaches that God says He's most merciful and most forgiving, and He also says that to kill a woman or to kill anyone is like to kill the whole humanity. So God does not allow to kill anyone at all. But according to that situation over there, it is not a book which is taken ahead of the Quran. So the Quran is taken first.
Okay, so the Quran is not to stone it.
Yes.
Can you show where?
I just told you why. Because
No, where? What surah?
No, because it says in the Quran,
Oh.
no one has the right to kill anybody. And if they do, it's like if you kill one person, it's like he's killing the whole humanity.
Okay, but
according to that situation over there, it might be that that situation over there only happened at that time for that person.
Well.
Or for that moment, that's it.
Well, there's a few more.
Or there might be a few more, but if we look at the Quran would then come into play and will say, look, you cannot kill one person, because if you kill one person, you're killing all humanity.
Alright, but...
And if you see in Islam now, if someone does commit adultery, what happens is the woman is told to separate, and then because of the man has said that he wants to separate, so the man has the right to separate from the woman. Vice versa.
Is this what the Taliban does?
Taliban does not represent the true Islam. So Taliban is just an organization which is misrepresenting Islam, and it doesn't represent Islam at all.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense why it's Taliban.
Okay, but in the, you know the verse you just quoted about kill, it's as if you killed the whole of mankind.
But your Bible clearly says stone a woman.
Yeah, but you remember what you just said that verse about kill the whole of mankind. Yeah, you just done the same thing that I've had a lot of other Muslims do, which is I find interesting. Is why don't you start from the top of the verse, the one you quoted? No, because most Muslims I hear quote that verse always skip the beginning and start like down in the verse for some reason.
You know the king also said that in one of his speeches. You know the King's Child III, one of his speeches.
Yeah.
He also said that as well.
What was that?
He said if one person in the Quran, he literally said, if someone kills one person, it's like killing the whole humanity. The king even stated in his speech.
Oh, so they gave him the misquote as well.
I think you're misquoting it from your own.
No, by missing the beginning of the verse. You're supposed to
we read it. Kill one person.
It's 532, I think.
532.
Yeah, something.
Okay. So it says, then Allah sent a raven which scratched in the ground that he might show him how to hide the corpse of his brother. He said, huh?
5.
Yeah, I'm going to read it. Look, it says. But I'm reading from the top so you understand the whole concept.
Alright.
Because you said to read it from the top.
Alright.
Then Allah sent a raven which scratched in the ground that he might show him how to hide the corpse of his brother. He said, whom to me I am not able to be even like this raven, so that I may hide the corpse of my brother. And then he became regretful. On account of this, we prescribe for the children of Israel that whosoever killed a person, unless it be killing for a person or for creating disorder in the land, it shall be as if he has killed all mankind. And whoso gave life to one, it shall be as he had given life to all mankind. And our messenger came to them with clear sign, yet even after that, many of them committed excess in the land. Okay. So what's wrong with that?
Well, you have to read the next verse though, because that's a big one.
The reward of those who wage war against Allah and His messengers and strive to cause disorder in the land is only this, that they be slain or crucified, or their hands and their feet be cut off on alternative sides, or they might be expelled from the land. What's wrong with that?
Okay, so you're complaining to me about what's in the Bible,
and
now you're saying what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
So there's nothing wrong with what's in the Bible, isn't it?
It is. Because according to this,
at
the time of when Islam was attacked, under attack. The religion was under attack. The real religion.
Yeah.
God has stated that people that are coming to destroy the religion and our people's human rights, right?
Okay.
To retaliate, you can go and kill them.
Okay, so was that?
So this was the time of the wars and the time of where medieval times, you know.
Right. So Allah's revoked that.
Where?
That the verse 33.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Has that been abrogated?
No. Because at first it is saying it's giving people, it's stopping people from killing other people.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is saying you have no right to kill other people. And then it is saying, okay, in a situation where there is so much evil going on, there is so much wars going on, and you are being personally attacked, and my religion is being personally attacked, now I'm going to give you the right to protect yourself.
Right.
Because you are being attacked, because you are being killed.
Okay.
But the verse says you do not have the right to kill them for no reason.
Right. So waging war, is that mean only physical attack?
So yes, because
Right.
at the back in the days, what used to happen was people's houses, their children, their wives, and so on used to be attacked and raped and killed. So at that time, no one used to react. People used to just say, you know, we're just gonna let it happen because we haven't given the right to defend ourselves.
Okay.
So this used to happen constantly, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came in and said, no, I am going to allow you to protect yourself. This is why the verse came in and said, now you can protect yourself and kill them now. You have the right. This is why if you see the medieval times, or in the time back in the days, Muslims, they were in less number, but they still always used to win.
Alright, so here's the thing. If we go by verse 32 and 33, because the beginning of 32 says, because of that we decreed upon the children of Israel that whoever kills a soul, unless for a soul or for corruption in the land. So if there's a Muslim land and someone is doing corruption in it now, does his penalty still stand?
No.
It doesn't.
What it is saying,
Right.
if someone takes somebody else's soul
Yeah.
for no reason, then it's a sin.
Yeah, but or causes corruption in the land.
But if someone is causing corruption
Yeah.
and is causing mischiefs and evil and things that God does not allow,
Yeah.
and it is that time and the period where Islam is being attacked and the people are being attacked for no reason,
Okay.
then God says, okay, you have the right. But this was only at the time back in the days. That's why you don't see it happening today.
Right, but here's the problem though, that with you had your prophet. Oh no, sorry, you're Ahmadiyya, but you still believe in what Muhammad said though.
Yeah, of course.
Right, okay. Was there a time when where he, like, at the end of his life, where he stopped waging war and told his companions to not fight anymore?
Yeah.
Well, when was that?
So what happened was no, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
What happened was before he actually died,
Yeah.
he said, "A Arab is not better than a black man. A black man is not better than an Arab.
Yeah.
A white man is not better than a black man. A black man is not better than a white man." So he said all those words.
Yeah.
But if you see, the wars still carried on. Wars still carried on until the time of the fourth Khalifa.
Yeah.
Fourth Khalifa, Hazrat Ali, and then after him Hazrat Hussein. When Hazrat Hussein came, that's when all of his family members of Hazrat Muhammad also died. The Khalifa also died.
Right.
So the establishment of Islam, of it having a caliphate, was finished.
Oh, so
that's when wars were finished, or most of the wars were finished.
Oh, so you're saying that they're not supposed to rise up at any opportunity?
Of course they are. That's what I'm trying to show you.
All right.
That's why God has said you go protect yourself at that time. But at the moment you don't have to, because God already protects Islam in such a way that you don't have to.
Right. So you're saying that the fighting shouldn't happen anymore?
But
Yes.
all right, but that ruling about the fighting not happening anymore, does that come from either Allah, Muhammad, or any of the companions?
So it comes from the Khalifa. Because as Muhammad said, because back in the days there was the jihad of the sword.
Yeah.
Which means fight with physical, with weapons and stuff. Now is a time of jihad of the pen. So those wars, those fightings has finished.
Okay.
So this is a different timing to what it was back in the days. That's why when you say stoning a woman, even today is allowed, I cannot agree with it because it's very extreme. You know?
Right. So you're saying that even this stoning we read in Bukhari, you're saying that according to Islam that's not allowed anymore?
Anymore, no, it's not.
Right. And
now because we have the guidance of the Khalifa and the second coming of Jesus, what he has taught us, we have to go by that because he has come for reformation for the whole mankind.
Right. So when you say Khalifa, you're talking about what's his name? Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Yeah.
Who's live right now.
Yeah. I can't pronounce that. Right. So what you're saying is that the peace that he's brought has taken over from what came from Muhammad and the companions.
At the time of the wars, it was different to what is today.
Right.
So yes, it has to be taken over.
Okay. But here's the thing: if you try to bring that to the what is it? The Hanbali school of jurisprudence, what do you think they would do to you?
They would do the same thing that they did to Jesus.
Yeah.
And his followers.
Right.
So that's a sign, isn't it?
I don't know.
So it's a sign because Muhammad prophesied that there will be a time when my religion will be formed, and when it reforms, the people will be treated the same way as I have been treated. So what you're just saying right now is basically a proof that Islam Ahmadiyya is actually the truth because Muhammad prophesied this. And also the reaction that they're going to give is actually the same reaction that the Jesus and his followers had.
Yeah.
Solomon and his followers had. Prophet Isaac, Prophet Moses. So you see this has happened for years and years and years and 100,000 years. You know, it's nothing new.
Right, but here's one thing I hear when the people complain to the Muslims about the punishments for, like, especially for stealing, because I presume you don't agree with that either.
What, cutting off the hands?
Yeah.
And now, no. Back in the days, yes.
Okay, but so what do you think about the Muslims when they defend it? What they will say, and you know, with the stoning, what we just read there as well, what they will say is that look how things are much more stable in their country where that's happening. So would you agree or disagree with that?
You see, inside Arabia, they will cut off your hands if you steal.
It has to be over a certain amount.
I don't know if it happens now or not, but what I can tell you what does happen. Inside Arabia, say in the middle of the day like this, and there are thousands of people around you.
Yeah.
You know that you can leave a shop open and you can literally go to your house for say 30 to 1 hour and come back and no one will touch anything.
Yeah.
And nothing will be stolen.
Yeah.
But if you know, in England, if you were to do the same thing in England, you know what would happen?
Yeah,
your whole shop will be robbed.
Well, they leave some stuff behind, 'cause I've seen it. There's certain things they don't like which they leave behind.
Yeah, but you know
all the good stuff they'll take.
So you see the difference between a Muslim country where nothing will be stolen, nothing will be robbed, but in this country here, things will be stolen.
Yeah, but
so you see, this was the practice what used to happen before, which allowed us human beings to understand what is right and what's wrong.
Right.
That's why in Christianity you can do so much fitna, you can do so much bad things, and it's seen as correct. Such as a little child, they can back talk to their parents and it's fine. They can swear at her, they can do so much stuff, and it's fine. Also, if you see, in Christianity, a mom or a dad will literally encourage the children to go and have intercourse with their girlfriends.
Well, yeah, I mean, some...
What is this? You have to explain.
Well, I'll tell you...
In Christianity, I have seen so many occasions where the mother is saying, make sure you are safe, make sure you take your contraceptions.
Alright, but here's the quick thing.
What is this?
Alright, but here's the thing though. Have you ever heard... Right, have you ever heard of the Hebrew Israelites? You ever heard of the term?
The black people or the white Hebrews?
No, the ones in America.
Oh, yeah, the black ones, yeah?
Yeah, well, you call them black. I stay away from that word, but...
Well, how are we gonna differentiate who they are then?
No, they're just they got, let's say, just say they got dark skin.
Okay.
So those, what you just described there, do you think that would happen ever at all in one of their organizations?
That what?
What you just described about the woman saying to the child, "Yeah, go be safe."
Oh, are you one of the Israelites?
No, I'm not one of them, but I know how they operate.
But do you follow them?
No, I don't follow them.
So who do you follow then? What church do you follow?
No, I follow what's in the Bible. So I read what's in it and do what's written.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your question?
But so even though what you're saying there, this is one of the reasons. Even though I don't agree with what the Hebrew Israelites, some of what they say and some of the things they do, some of the stuff they say and do, I do agree with. This is one thing I like about them, and that is when it comes to how they're dealing with their children and their women, they're actually cleaning stuff up. So what you just said there, that's the opposite of what they would say. They will actually put it down as a rule that their children can't do that.
That's a good thing.
And when it comes to getting married, it's between the parents. They have to arrange it. So there is no boy and girl running around doing whatever they want.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. But you see, they're still classed as Christians. So you can't say all Christians are like that.
I'm not saying all Christians. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all Christians.
Okay.
All I'm saying is what I have seen and the people that actually do it, it does happen in Christianity.
Yeah, it happens for certain groups, yeah.
Also,
sure.
even when they gather together, they're always drinking alcohol. What's this? According to the Bible, you should also eat pork. Pork is there, bacon is there.
Yeah, but this is the thing. With
music out loud, smoking, drugs. What is this?
Yeah, but the church that I grew up in, what you just described, none of that happens.
What about the funerals?
Funerals?
When you have a funeral,
yeah.
What happens then? Is there parties? You have a party?
Some people do.
There we go.
Only some do.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's alcohol there, there are women, there's a man, there are free mixing.
If it's one of our churches, there's no alcohol.
There's no alcohol?
No.
So you don't drink alcohol?
No.
Okay, that's good. You don't drink alcohol.
So what you have to realize is that even though you see some of these Christians doing stuff like that, even the majority might be like that to a degree, but there's a minority who's not like that. That's the thing.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, in Christianity, you can do that, and it's fine.
No, but that's the thing. No, those people think they can do that. That's the thing.
But it's fine. But in Islam, when someone says, "Oh, you went to the club. Oh, you had a drink," everyone will be like, "What? What are you drinking for? Why are you doing this? You're a bad person." Blah blah blah. But when a Christian does it, it's fine. No problem. It's fine.
Actually, it's an interesting one.
That's interesting.
Is it alright for Muslims to smoke?
Smoke?
Yeah.
Cigarettes?
Yeah.
It is not a sin.
Right.
But it's courage not to do it.
Right. Okay. So
you can do it, but you can't do it. It's one of those.
All right. So that's one that the Hebrew Israelites have over you then, because with the Hebrew Israelites, none of them are allowed to smoke. So that's one.
But in Islam, you're not allowed to smoke as well, but it's not forbidden.
All right. But
it is not preferred.
No, with Hebrew Israelites, all of them preach against smoking.
That's their belief.
Yeah, well, is it a good or a bad thing?
You can't say it because Muhammad he never really, because at the back of the times there weren't any cigarettes.
Yeah.
So because there weren't any cigarettes, Muhammad never really taught anything regarding cigarettes, but the Caliphs have. The Caliphs have said, because Muhammad have never forbidden it, but if he was alive, he would have forbidden it. So, at this time and age, as I said to you, you should not do it, but it's not a sin, so you can still do it. But let me, Israelites as well, how many times do they pray in a day?
No, just whenever they can.
There you go. So they don't have a systematic understanding of when to pray and when not to pray.
Yeah, no.
How many times do they pray in a day?
No, they can choose. It's not something that God rigidly. Because you see, praying is a voluntary thing. You know, like how you're saying.
That's where you're wrong. Praying is not voluntary. It's compulsory.
No,
praying is compulsory because as Muhammad said, you should pray 5 times a day and you should not miss one prayer.
Yeah.
So it is compulsory. And then again, in Israelites, they don't have any systematic governing or any rules where they can actually pray in a day or how much time they pray or what time they should pray. They have nothing like that.
Yeah.
So it is all just literally just them doing whatever they want to follow. That's it.
Yeah, because that's a ritual. See, without God, he's not heavy on rituals. He's more heavy on obedience.
And also, if those Israelites was to go into the Jewish land, those Jewish people would bring out guns, grenades, knives, swords, everything, and they'll kill them.
Yeah, but we know that because what the Bible says is that it's God who's going to do the restoration, not man. So man can't do it anyway.
But that's a big thing as well, you know. The Israelites will get killed, they'll get chopped off.
Yeah.
One by one.
But anyway, it was good talking to you. I just want to see if I think some other people turned up. So I just want to see. All right.
Israelites will return to take down Islam.